At one point in your business journey, you were one of the most successful Amazon affiliates out there. So why did you part way with doing business with them?
Well, I'm not sure if I was one of the most successful uh, Amazon affiliates because there was big corporates that were, big corporate websites that were probably pushing much bigger numbers than me. I might have been one of the more successful independent ones, and but yeah, the reason why I've stopped really focusing on Amazon associates is because they continuously lower their commissions to a point where it's no longer viable for me to pursue it. And to be honest, that's the writing was on the wall for many years, so I kind of tried to squeeze as much money as I can out of it, and then move on to something else. And it's not knocking Amazon or anything because they're just doing what's best for their business, and there's probably plenty of other affiliate partners out there that also offer good commissions, so they're still out there. But I've decided not to pursue affiliate marketing anymore. But yeah, Amazon was one of the biggest and best ones, and they probably still are. They're probably still one of the best ones out there.
I can remember you running around 5 to 10 affiliate websites at the same time. How many hours did you work per day on average to get to that point?
Uh, well, actually, at my peak, I was probably had around 20 to 25 websites going at the same time. Of course, back then when I was creating websites, I wasn't really counting the hours. I was just literally just working a website, eat, sleep, back up again and working the websites again. That was continuously, I was continuously doing that. And once one website was done, I was just working on one at a time usually. Once one website's done, I'll move on to the next. And that was just a case of just maintaining the old ones I had every few weeks or so. So yeah, that was pretty much my routine. It was a lot of hard work because a lot of content I had to push out. But to be honest, once the website is done, to a certain extent, you only really have to upkeep it for maybe once or twice a month or so. So that was kind of my strategy of doing things.
So how long would it usually take you to build at least one affiliate website on average, would you say?
Um, it would really depend on the niche and um, how broad the niche was as well. For example, if my boxing website, which was one of my very first ones, uh, that's more of a broad and evergreen niche. So I was continuously updating that, and it took a long time to build out all the content. So that was ongoing for months and months. But something like a handheld vacuums website, which I also had, that probably took me, I would say, 3-4 weeks to build, and I wasn't updating it all too much, maybe once a month or so. So it could vary really, but if the more specific the niche I went into, the shorter the time frame it typically took to build out the content.
How do affiliate websites make money? Like especially your type of websites that you made back in the day.
Right, so all affiliate websites essentially just make money by promoting either physical or digital products. So, for example, if I'm in the niche of steam irons, I would create content, a website with the content based around steam irons. I would do reviews on steam irons, and then I would have an affiliate partner that would actually sell steam irons, and I could look at what products they have, and I could just promote their products, do reviews on those particular models, and then just link it together. And whatever visitors come onto the website, and if they click on the link that I'm promoting for that product, and it would lead them to the website of the my affiliate partner. And if the visitor makes a purchase, then I would receive a small commission for it. So essentially, that's how the business model of affiliate marketing works.
And usually, let's just say if you were to start, like when you would usually start an affiliate website, how long would it take you to start monetizing and actually making the money from the process of actually starting the website?
It really varies. Sometimes you might, sometimes you could build an entire website. It could take you weeks or a couple months to do it, and then you might not make any money because maybe you haven't done the research properly. Maybe you thought that niche was going to be hot, but it turned out to be a dud. There's other times where you can just bang out the content within a few weeks and then make money straight away. Visitors start coming to your website pretty much immediately as soon as you put out the content, and all you need is one click to essentially you could get a buyer from that's just that one visitor. So you can make money from almost immediately, or sometimes if you don't do the research properly, you won't make any money at all.
So back in your affiliate days, you launched a very successful boxing affiliate website. Could you share details to our audience on the website and how it actually generated money?
Yeah, so the boxing website that I had was actually one of my first, it might be my first, but one of my first websites. And I started that off, mainly because I had an interest in boxing. I trained boxing for a little bit, and I just had a kind of a natural interest in it. So it wasn't really that difficult to create the content. The ideas came to me naturally. Of course, the website itself, it wasn't a hobby. It was I created it for intention to make money. And at first it was quite difficult because early on I didn't really know how to monetize it, and it was the only idea I had, I think, was Google AdSense. Put Google AdSense on there, didn't really make much money. But at some point, I think probably about a year or so later, I actually transitioned that website to an affiliate website. So I started promoting physical products, and as soon as I did that, it really, really took off. I was probably generating about 4 to 6, 7K a month consistently over several years, and that was probably one of the most successful websites that I've ever created in terms of its consistency. But yeah, that's pretty much how it started, and how I made money from it.
What advice would you give to somebody that wants to get into the same space?
The advice I would give is do your research. I know it's quite typical, but you really have to do your research and really understand and know what people are searching for online, and choose niches that are not too broad. If you could nail it down into something a bit more specific, that's better. You tend to have less competition in more specific niches. And try to, once you do find a trending niche, try to get in early. You don't want to get in at the tail end of the life cycle of the niche, of the trend, because by that time, everyone's jumping off board, or there's too much competition. So really get in early on the trending niche and try to become an expert in that niche. Do a lot of research. If you're writing the content yourself, of course, you need to know your stuff. And yeah, just choose good, reputable affiliate partners. Ones that have been around for a long time and that pay good commission. Someone that you could rely on for months or years to come. So you're not constantly having to search for new partners, because they always come and go. So yeah, choose a good one, good reliable partner that's been around in the game for a long time. So yeah.
That's great. Do you have any recommendations in any affiliate programs that people can join?
Well, one of the biggest one, of course, out there is Amazon Associates, and Amazon, pretty reliable. They used to pay better commission over the years. They've been cutting it down more and more over the years. There's also affiliate window, which has a marketplace of affiliate partners. there's plenty of them out there, but you search it and you'll find them.
What would you say, in your opinion, are the best affiliate marketing niche topics that you'll recommend? So anyone that's looking to start an affiliate marketing website and they don't have a clue on what kind of content to create, what would you say is the best option?
I mean, there's so many niches out there. It's just hard to kind of narrow it down. But I would say if you go to, for example, an evergreen niche, and there's a lot of them in such as technology, and if you go more specific, your mobile phones, laptops, those evergreen niches, they can generate a lot of money. However, there's a lot of competition. So if you're going to go into something like that, you have to be prepared to really push out the content intensely and really be on top of your game. However, I would say choose something that's a bit more specific and a bit more trending, something that's new and upcoming. That way, there's less competition, and if you catch it earlier on in the trend, then really you can really smash it out in terms of visitors and commissions in a short space of time. So I mean, I remember one niche I got into pretty early on was Segway hoverboards, which some people call it by different names, but I called it Segway hoverboards, and it literally probably took me a few days to build out the web page for it and to promote the products, and within 2 months I was making I made probably like 12k in profits just in those 2 months of having that trending, being early on in that trending niche. However, trending niches, they don't last long, and the ride was over within a few months. So you really have to be quite early within those niches.
Besides your affiliate website success, you ventured into several businesses. But what were some of your failures that you encountered along the way?
Oh man, I've had a lot. I've had a lot of failures, and I'd say all of them were probably my own fault. You have to really accept and take responsibilities for your own failures. I've opened up a lot of businesses, ventures, and then shut them down within a space of a few weeks or a few months, mainly due to a lack of desire to continue with them. But I would say one setback which I had early on that I can remember is I bought a bunch of fake TomToms, and I mean in hindsight, of course, it was quite obvious they were going to be fake. But at the time, I was just like so eager to make money. I thought I saw some TomToms from China. I think it was from Alibaba. Bought a bunch of them, and when it got delivered to the UK, opened it up, and they were all no name, no brand. None of them worked. So I was just like, oh man, I've just like money just down the drain, and I just accepted it and moved on.
So since I've known you, you've always been an hard worker and you've known to multitask. Like I can remember you having a part-time job when you started your business, your affiliate business. What pointers would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur or business person who is holding a regular job and wants to start a side hustle, a business, whether it's affiliate marketing or any business? Is there any pointers that you'll give them on how to manage the two, or even multiple projects at the same time?
I think it's tough because if you're working a 9 to 5 job, let's just say most 9 to 5 office jobs, they're not really 9 to 5. You have to get up in the morning, at 7 or 8, and then you don't leave work, don't get home until 6 or 7 in the evening. So I would say it's really tough. But however, I think you just really need to set your priorities straight. Understand that your day job is just a means to an end. It's just literally there for you to achieve your goal. Once you have your priorities set, you know exactly what you want to do, then really once you're going to get to a stage where your business might start overtaking your job, or you might want to focus more effort onto your business, and you're going to have to cut down the hours in your job. Either that or you change jobs completely so that more focus and more time could be given to your business. It all comes down to your priorities, really. Don't make your day job take over your entire life.
Okay, so when you had your part-time job, how did you juggle both? Did you dedicate your evenings to business, or how did you do it? Did you have a schedule on how you had your routine personally?
Yeah, I mean, the part-time jobs were all the part-time jobs that I've ever had. They were pretty regular hours. Chinese takeaway delivery driver. Usually just work in the evenings, and in the mornings and afternoons, I would just literally just be creating websites. Doing other things in relation to the business. So it really didn't really the job didn't really take up too much of my time.
At one point in your life, you worked in telesales where you had to go and cold call companies. How was that experience?
Yeah, no, telesales not for me. It was utterly soul destroying. I only lasted I think 3 weeks in the job, and then I quit the job. And but thankfully they paid me for 4 weeks. But yeah, it was definitely not for me, and it was I was pretty much selling high-end courses to corporate companies and the management level at corporate companies, and it was a difficult task, and yeah, it's not something I enjoyed at all. But I would say probably like almost every single job that I've had, I've never enjoyed. It was just there to collect the paycheck. Of course, people, the best parts of the job are usually the people and of course a paycheck. But yeah.
But could you elaborate more on your day-to-day experience working in telesales? Like, was it like the Wolf of Wall Street where you just have to sit down on your desk and make cold calls all day? How was your experience personally?
Oh yeah, no, it was nothing like the Wolf of Wall Street. It was far from that. Well, the floor I was on anyway was a lot quieter, and you literally just had to get into the office in the morning. You have your morning meetings, and then you go into the computer, and then you see your list of people to call. How you prepare for the calls, and then literally you just calling one person after the other for the entire day, and that's all it was basically. And yeah, and it wasn't something that it was enjoyable.
And did you make any sales in your experience? Like, what was the ratio? Like like some investors will say that you might need to call 100 to get one sale. How was your experience? How was your conversion journey working at the company?
Yeah, I don't think I was in there long enough to make any sales. I didn't make any sales at all. But because these were high end courses to management level at corporate companies, it weren't really things that you can just sell quickly. It took time for people to make these decisions. Decisions have got to be made usually through multiple people before it gets approved. So yeah, like I was saying, I was only there for 3 weeks. So yeah, I didn't get far at all.
What made you get into trading?
Well, actually, I've been doing investments for quite a long time, for many years now, and it was kind of like a natural progression for me to get into trading. And at this point in time, I'm more passionate about trading than really any other kind of business venture. I just find it once you get to a certain have a certain amount of capital and a certain trading style, it's easier to scale, and I just enjoy the flexibility that it offers and the lifestyle that it could offer as well. So I mean, at this point in time, it's trading seems to be the way to go for me.
Okay, that's great. But many people have the perception that trading is the same as gambling. What is the difference between the two that they all say?
Oh well, I mean, trading is pretty much gambling, but unlike unlike gambling at the casino where the house always wins, in trading you can put the odds in your favor. You know, you can increase your probabilities of success. And of course, if you treat it like it's a casino, then you're going to end up losing, and losing badly as well.
Many people have the perception that trading is the same as gambling. What is the difference between the two that you'll say?
Well, trading is pretty much, it is a form of gambling, but I mean, unlike the casino, where the house always wins, in trading you can tip the odds in your favor. If you're a good trader, you can increase your probabilities of success. But of course, if you're a bad trader and you treat trading like it's a casino, then you're just going to end up losing a lot of money. And that's why people, get that statistic that like 95% of traders fail. Yeah, it's because most people don't respect their risk, and they don't really know what they're doing. They don't respect their stop losses, risk management, position sizing. All of that plays key roles into your trading success. I mean, of course, I read books like this is not a specific trading book, but an investing book. Peter Lynch, One Up on Wall Street. That's one of my favorite investment books. But also nowadays I prefer listening to podcasts in relation to trading. So I go for my walks and listen to podcasts, and study people like Christian Koulamagi, Mark Minervini, Stan Weinstein. They're all very, very good traders that have made multiples of millions, and I just study what they do and really research their setups, and but nothing really beats just getting in there and actually making trades, even if it's just paper trading. At least you know what's going on in the markets, and you know how price reacts to certain things, and really just studying chart patterns.
So when you started investing, could you give an idea of the type of returns you had or the losses you made at the beginning of your start of the journey?
Um, well, in regards to trading, I first really kind of got into it during the COVID era. When COVID first started in March 2020, when everything just shut down in the UK. So I remember getting it during that time, and then I think I put in about £1,000 into the account, and within 3 weeks or so, I made like 2.5 grand, and but I pretty much quickly lost it all, and the main things, my main mistakes was I really didn't have a proper strategy. I was kind of just a momentum based trader. I would just get up in the mornings and just look at my phone and seeing the price go up, and I would just buy and then sell at certain points, and it was a very stressful way of trading, and not a very good for longevity. So nowadays I just mainly swing trade, where I just hold positions for much longer. It's just better for mental health, and better for stress levels as well, and it's more scalable.
So what do you prefer? Do you prefer being an entrepreneur, like setting up a business and buying and selling, or do you prefer trading?
Well, to be honest, I've never really kind of labeled myself as an entrepreneur. It's you know, it was just making money. That's what I did. I just made money wherever I could. And but nowadays, I would say I prefer trading, definitely. I just enjoy the flexibility and the lifestyle that it could offer. I'm far from a successful trader. I wouldn't call myself that yet, but yeah, I'm learning, and I definitely see where it can go.
Okay, so for somebody that wants to start in business, do you think they should pay for a course on how to make money?
Um, I mean, to be honest, probably not. I don't think they need to. I think everything that you need to know can be learned for free anyway. You just jump on YouTube or whatever, and you learn from experience. Just go out there and do it. Of course, if it's something very specific, such as affiliate marketing or trading, then perhaps you could pay for a small sum of money. I wouldn't pay a huge amount, but a small sum of money if you see value in it. However, I would say that most things you can learn for free anyway, and there's no best teacher than experience and just getting into something, making mistakes and learning from them.
So let's just say you were down to your last £100. What would you do to flip it and multiply it?
I would probably say pretty much what I started off doing, which is a retail arbitrage. Pop into charity shops, boot sales, find things for cheap, and then resell them online. I think that's the quickest and easiest way to really build up capital, and you can use that capital to shift it into whatever else you want to do. So yeah, I would say some form of retail arbitrage.